Okay, welcome back. Now, moving on with creating our door blueprint. Let's see what we need to do next. So we managed to make the door open and we managed to make it close as well in the previous class. But it opened and closed really abruptly, didn't it? So it didn't even have the smooth movement that we're looking for. So that's exactly what we're going to do in this video. We're going to create this movement. So let's just analyze the blueprint, what we're creating. Okay, it's perfect. So here we have our begin event, which is our trigger for the action. So we've got that set up. What we want now is we want to address what happens with the flow. Okay, so although these events are in sequence, practically they're happening instantaneously, aren't they? You can see that once the character gets into the collision box area, the door's going to just fully open. So what do we need to do? Well, we need to provide Unreal with a sense of time, and we must add a node that provides this sense of time for Unreal to control the flow. Okay, so we must tell it that as soon as the character walks into the box area, that we want the door to gradually open rather than just opening straight away. Make sense? So we want it to gradually adjust the angle from 0 to 90 within a certain period of time. For example, at 2 seconds, it's going to open at a certain speed. And this angle is always going to be the same. It's going to be 90 degree to 0 and 0 to 90 degrees. So all I need to do is think about, I want to adjust the duration and the speed. Okay, so it's a sense of time that we're playing with, just so it's not an immediate opening of the door. So let's create that node. Let's create the node that brings this sense of time to Unreal. Now, this node that we're going to use can be used for lots of things in Unreal Engine, and it's the timeline. It's a timeline of an animation that we can add values to. Okay, so the values that we add to this timeline help Unreal Engine to understand how quickly or slowly we want things to take into effect. Okay, so let's do this now. Let's get the timeline. There we go, add timeline. Now this is a different node because first of all, it's a different color. It's yellow, isn't it? And we can name it to, what should we name it? Door movement. And that's because it's related to the movement of the door specifically. So now we have it in our graph. So what do we have to do? So we have the inputs and the outputs. So here are the inputs that we'll provide to this node, and they're the outputs that we're going to generate. So first step, I'm going to address these inputs right here. And once I've explained how they work, just so it's not too overwhelming, we will then move on to the other side. Okay, so basically in our timeline, I can connect from our event, which is our trigger, the begin overlap. I can connect that to our timeline. So when the character walks by, once I press play, this timeline will come into effect now. So it will play the timeline and provide a sense of time of how long it's taking the door to open. Okay. So what's the difference between update and finish? Well, update will update the timeline information in real time for this node, and it's updated straight away. Then the other area, finished, what's that? Well, first it will run all the information in this timeline, and then it will release the flow to this part. So it will generate a play flow and then run something here and then come from here. Now, some nodes have specific traits like this one. You can double click on it and you can see it opens up the settings. This is a complex node. This information is not enough, obviously, though. We need more, don't we? So what we need to do in this part is get our timeline information. So here at the top, we have this toolbar, and it allows us to add different things or enable or open up different features. You can use different settings along the top. The first button though is flow track. So we can add a flow track. For those who work with animation films, you'll be used to having the timeline and the track. And this is a familiar feature to you. It's very similar to how timelines work in sequences of animation. So that's good to know. Same concept here. So when we press it, it opens up the timeline. It works with decimal numbers, and I'll add this here so we can see that we've got the name here of our timeline, so we can name it. Let's call it angle movement. There we go. Angle movement. Cool. So that is how our timeline initially looks. If we use the mouse scroll wheel, then we can adjust the scale of our timeline in the X and Y and the timeline scale. And these are the seconds in time along the top, from 0 to 2.5 being shown here. If I right click and drag, then I can pan along the timeline. So what do we have to do now? Well, we have to create a movement in the timeline. So let's suppose I want it to move from 0 to 90 degrees within a period of 5 seconds. Actually, no, in 4 seconds, okay? So the first thing we need to define is the size of this timeline. So we need to specify what that will be, and we can do that here. So let me just zoom in a little bit. So our timeline now is 5 seconds long. Let's reduce it to 4. There we go. And this is really similar, not exactly, but similar to how you create animation in programs that you may use, or even in Premiere Pro, or even the sequencer in Unreal. It's the same principles. So I've decided that it's going to be 4 seconds long. I've told the timeline that's how long I need it to be. I can now create a curve in my animation timeline. And there are two ways to do this. We can create a value curve that will go from 0 to 90, which is our angle. Actually, it's minus 90, isn't it, that we have here? So we can determine what happens as it increases in degrees in terms of time and how fast it reacts. So I want to go from 0 to 90 in 4 seconds, which is what we want, right? We want the door to open from an angle from 0 to 90. So we must create a 0 node as its stationary point. And we can create a frame there. And we just click to make that keyframe. So we can see it's on the 0 axis. We can set this to 0, so it's at 0 seconds. And the angle will be 0 since the door is closed. And then I'm going to add another one here at the end. And I will set to 4 seconds and the angle minus 90. Okay? Okay, so now I can see everything. It's going to work with this angle variation from 0 to minus 90 in 4 seconds. And we have the ability to adjust how the transitions work. So break causes a break in our curve. Linear type, well, that's constant, and automatic will cause it to be a smooth transition. It slows to speed up to slow down. Okay, so we'll use automatic. And Unreal 5 is a little different in this. You might see some differences, but essentially, once you set it to automatic, you can adjust these points and just create a smooth transition. Okay, so it's not just a linear movement, it's got that auto flow. Similar concepts that you'd use in the sequencer. So at this point, it's going to start slowly and then it's going to speed up and then slow down at the end. Okay, so that's how auto works. So we've created this movement in our timeline and we've called it angle movements. Okay, so that's the name of the timeline here. You can see there's a new node that's opened up, right? Okay, so let me just disable that one for now. Don't confuse anything. So I'm going to create a print string here just so we can understand what's going on, what's happening in Unreal when we get this plugged in. Okay, so I'm going to create a blueprint so that we can see what happens. So let's see. As I walk towards it, there we go. Oh, sorry, I've misplaced that. That should go into there. There we go. We'll set it to a duration of 5, so it's on the screen for a bit longer, the message. And let's press play. Okay, so we see these values on the upper left corner of the screen. There we go. So I'm in, and the values are rising and then slowing down until they get to 90. And let's just try that again. And now it's frozen. So although the door is not shown, the angle's already at 90 degrees. So the angle is already set to -90, so it won't be changed anymore. So we must perform the closing movement and then open again. If you get the idea of what's happening, it's generating the value or the values in a timeline as we set up for angle movement. And in our case, it's working with angles for the movement. So where do I add these values then? Well, we add them here. Let me set it up. So I'll add it in this one. So if I was to add it there, you'd see that it gives me that message. So there is a problem. This node is called rotation, but it's not allowing us to plug in the information that we need. So how do I do it? Well, in this case, there is a resource that you'll find in several nodes, which is pretty simple. When you have 3 sets of information like this, you can click on the information. You see that? And then click split strict pin. Okay, or split pin. There we go. And it breaks down this information for us. So now I can work with different values for each coordinate, i.e. X, Y, and Z. And now in our case, they're green, so I can connect them. Let's do that. And the values that are here, okay, the values that are here will change the values that are here. So let me connect these and let's see what happens. So we should be able to now walk in here and the door opens. There we go. It pauses for a little bit. And now it shouldn't close. Okay, so this is a matter of just adjusting. So I can make it open quicker if I reduce this to 2. Set these coordinates here. And we'll have it opening quicker now. There we go. So it's opened much quicker. Nice. So that's it so far. So let's just recap what we've created. We've created a timeline to control the flow of the animation within this timeline. And we've also created the curve as well, using these values that will change according to the time being elapsed. And it's going to follow this smooth auto curve. So it will start slow, speed up, then start reducing its speed. And that's how our timeline is basically working. And then from our timeline, we can then interpret the values by plugging them into the set relative rotation. Remember, we use the split pin to give us those options to plug them in. And now we can make sure that the door opens from 0 to 90 according to the value set in our timeline, according to the speed. So that's a way that you can create the blueprint to cause your door to open as you approach. Of course, as we said before, there are several ways to achieve the same results. And this is just one that you may want to use. So every time I want to change the angle of this door, for example, if I want to open it to 45 degrees here, I can just adjust that to 45. Or maybe the doors are different on a different axis. Then I want to open it maybe to the opposite side. I can set it to 90. Every time we do it, we have to control this through the timeline. Okay. And at times it might be complicated for us to do it that way. Or you may want to use this information in another blueprint, not specific to doors, for example. But another blueprint case you know, it could be a roller shutter that you're deciding to use. It could be all sorts that open up. But basically, these are the principles behind how the timeline can help us have that smooth opening. I often use timelines which like this, which is instead of setting up specific angles that I want, if I want to have that variation in speed, timelines can be really useful. Just adjusting the values as well and getting used to how this works will help. So feel free to give it some testing in your own project. Now what I'm doing here is just adjusting the variation, just so I can show you something. It's going to go from 0 to 1 in 2 seconds, but it's going to open 1 degree. Okay. So what I do is, instead of having to visit the timeline all the time, I'm going to create an angle variable. So I can create a variable here, and that will help us. So let me call it angle. And I'm using a float type variable. And I just create this, compile it, and save. Now I'll show you why I'm doing this in a moment. Let's get that. So instead of opening the timeline and having to adjust these values all the time, I can create a variable here. And let's set our minus 90 degree angle here as well. And you'll figure it out in a moment what I'm doing. So there's this value going from 0 to 1. And there's a variable 2. So how do we use them all? Well, we need to multiply it by its variable. Why? Because once it gets to 1, 90 times 1 is 90, isn't it? Or 1 times 90 is 90, right? So 90 times 0 is... So when the value is 0, it's 0 here too. And when it's 1, it's 90. And within this information gap, I'll have the approximate values. So let's pull out from here and add a multiply. Okay, or you can use the asterisk. Plug it in. Okay, so it will use the value from here and this variable, and it's going to generate the angle. And let's just have a look at it in practice, shall we? Cool. So the effect is the same. But why, you might ask, why do you do it this way? Isn't it more complicated? Well, that depends. It depends on what you're going to do. If you have more values in your information, more variables, then this might be a lot easier for you in the blueprint, because you'll then be able to set up your programming in a much more user-friendly way. Okay. In some cases, you may have several timelines with the same variable. So if that is the case, if you're always working with a variable from 0 to 1 and multiplying it by a value, it's easier for you to amplify the use of this timeline. And also, another awesome variable resource that we get in Unreal is this. And I'll just show you that now, just so I can help you understand why this method might be a good one for you. Let's just compile and save. And let me select our blueprint, and I'll go to the details panel. And my blueprint's here. So I have all my components, and the rest brings similar things that we've seen before. So we've got the actor in our scene as well. However, you can do this. Let me just show you this. So the programming here within our blueprint, you can enable them to be editable within our details panel in our editor. Let me just show you. Next to our float, you've got this eye that seems to be closed. Now we can make it visible by clicking it. Okay, so when it's closed, it's not visible in the editor. When it's open, we can't change it outside of the blueprint. So if we were to keep it open, the eye open, it means that these details will be visible in our scene when we click on our blueprint, and we can edit them. Okay, so tick this here as well to make sure that it is possible to edit it in our editor, and then that will give us the option. Okay, so it's really nice to be able to just be aware of that. because it will come in handy, I'm sure, no doubt, within your projects. Now, when we go here, we can see that we got that here available to adjust. Okay. Let me just close this and open it again so you can see it. You see that there now? It's gone, right? Let's turn it on, compile and save, and it's back again. Really cool, right? So we can adjust the angle from here rather than having to keep going back into what we were doing before. But why does it show default, you might ask? Because it should be within the blueprint category, right? So what's happening? Well, what's happening is that we can bring any variable that's here to the outside of the blueprint so that we can alter it here. So if I edit it here in the editor to 45 degrees, let's see it. So it's opening 45 degrees, right? But in the wrong direction because we opened only 45 degrees, I believe. So what we can do, maybe you've got several different doors. Maybe you want it to work for each one. For each movement, you would have to create a new blueprint normally, and as if you set the variable in here. But if you make a copy, let me show you what you can do. So this one will be set to 90, and this one here is 45, and this one's set to 90. So notice that you have the same blueprint, but you're able to customize the variables. You see how useful that will be? You can create a standard blueprint structure, and then within your scene, you can edit it in any way that you want. This is fantastic, isn't it? Just think about it. If you were to create 10 doors with different openings or different angles, different distances, or like for sliding doors, for example, you can just use one blueprint but customize several different ones to meet the needs for the specific areas within your scene. So if you make this variable visible through the same blueprint, then you can alter them in the editor. Okay, got it? Cool. Now, another interesting detail, which will hopefully make our blueprint even better, is this here in category. So at the moment it's set to default, right? Which is what we mentioned earlier. Now I can edit this and I can name it. I can name it whatever I want, really. Let's choose something. Let's choose door. And you see this new category here called door. And this is the components category now that we're looking at, right? So we got that sorted. If I create a new variable here and it goes straight into the same category, but I also need to name it here. There we go. So it's given me that option now to find it a home. Yeah, put it in that category. Now it's important that we keep things organized the way we're working, because you might have 300 or so variables. If you've got loads of variables, you want to keep organized, don't you? And also because it helps with naming things. It helps you become familiar with what it is you're actually controlling. So that's the way I prefer to work with variables. Now, obviously, if you have a very specific timeline, maybe it's not the best choice for you. And maybe that means you have to work in a different way. Maybe you have to work with all the details here and keep changing them every time. That may be the case, but we've just created our blueprint as it is so you can see the option you have to make it customizable. Now, let me bring this back to -90, and this copy here can just have a different angle. I'll delete this one, okay? And then compile and save. What else should we do here to make it even better? Well, we have to close the door, don't we? So as the character walks out of the box, the door needs to be able to close, right? So let's do that. Now, in theory, there are two ways of doing it. What are they? Well, we can either copy all of this data here. This is the angle, and maybe use it in reverse, which is okay. It's going to work, but there's an even better way to do it, which is the reverse feature, right? So if I enable it just by plugging it into here, that's all I need to do. and then the collision will run in reverse. How cool is that? So we don't need to copy everything. We just plug in reverse and it will work in the opposite way. So this is a piece of detail that might get missed, but I wanted to show you because it's a real time saver. Let's play it now. So as we come out, there we go, it closes. Walk in and out. In, out. Brilliant. How beautiful is that? And, you know, this is something that you'll benefit from using, no doubt, in your projects to save time as well. Now, suppose we want it to open on both sides. What can we do then? Because at the moment, as we approach it, we have to be in the collision box for that to take effect. But this side, it doesn't open because of the collision box, right? So should I create another collision box? No, you don't have to. You can just put it here. Just make it slightly bigger. Make sense? You probably worked that out already, right? So now I can approach from this side and turn around. I can approach from this side and it'll do exactly the same. Excellent. And this is good for us, especially when we're talking about this topic. Good for us to be aware of these features, and hopefully now we're starting to gradually build up our knowledge of these functions within the blueprint. Now, the second thing we can do is be aware of this button here, play from start and play from the beginning of which will play from the beginning of the animation. So let's say, let me give you an example of how you'd use this. So let's say we plug in to stop. So when I walk into the box, it runs the animation. And when I walk out, it's going to stop the animation, right? So let's see this. So I'm in, I'm out. It just freezes, right? If I walk in again, it will continue and finish the animation and stop. So what's happening here is it's running the timeline in our animation. And when you stop, this is where it comes to here and pauses. And it stores this information at this stage. And then it carries on the animation if I go back in, right? So this is a feature that might be handy for you to be aware of if you need that to happen within your experience. It all depends on your setup, okay? But at least you understand now how you can use the other features of that timeline node. Let me just change it to play from start then and see what happens. So we walk in, it stopped, and I walk in again, it's playing from the start, isn't it? You see that? So every time I walk in, it resets the animation from its 0 point and tries to complete the animation. So that's how that works, play from start. So if you wanted it to start from the beginning in your setup in your project, then that's the feature of the node to use. So we've addressed stop already, which means it pauses midway whenever you go in and out. We've also addressed reverse as well, which is a way just to close what you've opened. And hopefully, even if you've got something the same setup, a basic setup, you might decide to explore some of the other options just to improve your knowledge of them. Now, we also looked at the timing of our animation, didn't we? Our curve. And here we have the option to do a few more interesting things. So let me explain what else we can do here that might be of use to you. Now, although this blueprint seems to be quite simple, hopefully you are able to see the amount of variety of concepts that we can test using the same node. Now, we've learned quite a lot so far, haven't we? We've learned about the collisions, the overlapping, how to set them up, how we can work with collisions more effectively. Also, we looked at some of the settings, particularly the settings of the objects and components themselves. We learned how to use a timeline, didn't we? Which is really useful, which is something you're going to be using a lot throughout this course in particular. And by the way, we didn't go over all the tools, did we? All the features in this window, because as we said, we didn't want to overwhelm you, but we did want to show you how you can put certain things into practical use. So I'm sure we'll be able to touching. I'm sure we'll be able to look at a few other features later on in that. We also looked at the arrow references as well, if you remember. How useful is that? Especially saving you time from having to reposition your pivot. We talked about the relative rotation node as well, and how that helps us as opposed to the world's rotation. We can also learn later on about another node called set relative location. The concepts are very similar. What changes is the name. So we won't have to go over this again in the future. So we've talked about the interface and the variables, the resources that we have, how we can make things editable in the editor outside of the blueprint, which is a fantastic resource to help speed up our workflow a lot when using blueprints. And hopefully you'll be able to see how you can incorporate that into your own projects too. Okay, so that's it then. But now, in order to deepen our understanding about these topics, we'd highly recommend that you practice and try to create this blueprint with a mesh, a door that is, in just the same way that we created our blueprint with a box. So why not get a door model and follow the same concepts again and get familiar with creating this blueprint so you can create your own blueprint, save it and put it to good use. Then the difference is that the concept that we've used here, although I've added the box, you of course can swap that out for your own door mesh. All right, so there's your homework, yeah? And these opportunities to test out what we've learned are invaluable. So we highly recommend you keep practicing what we've shown you in these videos so you become even more familiar with the tips and techniques we're showing you. Until the next class, we'll see you then. Take care for now. Goodbye.